Welcome to South Africa. You're the new intern. My name is Enrique, and I'm the head of the personnel department here. It's great that someone has traveled so far to learn more about how to keep African wildlife. I sometimes get the feeling that all young guys think of nothing but soccer. We're only in the building phase, but my boss has some ambitious plans. Since his last visit to the US, he's been raving about the fabulous wildlife parks they have there. Come a little closer, and I'll tell you something. Tip, use the mouse wheel to zoom closer in. So between you and me, my boss is a real entrepreneur, and seems... But on the other hand... But hey, enough of that! I want to show you something. Follow me. Tip, use the mouse wheel to zoom out and move the mouse to the edge of the screen to follow Enrique. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard to do this. We're planning a big adventure park here, where visitors from all over the world can see the most magnificent African... We haven't introduced any big cats here yet, as they're more difficult to keep than grazing animals. Come on, take a look into this enclosure. You're a city dweller, eh? So maybe these stripes look a little familiar. Bianca was... Let's see, like all hoofed animals, zebras are herd animals. So we want to integrate Bianca into our herd of zebras. Maybe we'll find a surrogate mother willing to suckle her. So please, put Bianca in the zebra enclosure close by, next to the water trough if you can. Well done! Take some time to have a look around our park. Oh yeah, if you're through with the task or don't know what to do next, use the flashing button at the top here to find out more about... Good! Here you can see an overview of all your outstanding tasks and your progress in each one. But right now, Sarah, the park's landscape architect, is waiting for you by the
Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'm supervising the development of the wildlife park. I'd love you to help me learn how to design enclosures to suit the needs of different species. Designing an enclosure is one of... First, I'd like to use the gazelle enclosure to show you the best way of building an animal enclosure. The most important equipment in an animal enclosure is the feeding device, and there are different types of facilities for different food, sometimes also in different sizes and at different heights. Select an animal to find out which food is required by a particular species. You can use the Details button, which will then appear on the bottom right, to view all the important info about the animal species. Herbivores can also feed on the foliage in the enclosure, but for this we would need to build really big enclosures that are difficult to manage. So let's look for some suitable feeding devices to place in the enclosure. You'll find these in the enclosure facilities section on the top left. That turned out really well. A keeper will now fill up the feeding device, and the gazelle can now enjoy a hearty meal. When you select one of the gazelles, you will also see that minerals are an important part of a balanced diet too. So now try placing 2 salt licks in the enclosure. Again, make sure they are placed far enough away from the other facilities in the enclosure and from the enclosure perimeter.